Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Antony Alex Pandian, team leader from Skytree, and I also welcome Mr. Abdul Rahman, Thermax Global, Pune. As a part of Voice of Alumni program, today we are organizing webinar on the topic Introduction to BIM. I welcome all faculty members, students, and industry persons from various places. I request Mr. Antony Alex Pandian to take over the session.
Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Alex. I'm alumni of KPR Institute of Engineering and Technology from 2010 to 2014 batch, and currently I'm a team lead in a Skytree Consulting Engineers. So I have a 6 years experience in the current field in BIM. So today I like to use some small sections like a overview of the BIM, like currently how we are working on our projects, a company, what kind of works we are doing, what kind of features like that. Like I'm just giving overall views, not much time. I'm taking very less time. Okay, we can start. Okay, these are the topics I'm going to discuss with you guys. I'm going to speak with you guys. So I'm just giving the introduction of both these topics. Okay, just giving overall ideas to who's going to futurely going to work on the BIM or any other softwares related to this one. This will be helpful for them. At least some ideas they will get how to use this one and how to which field we can able to go like that. Because in BIM there is a lot of opportunities now in India. In future it might be going to come because many our Indian governments are now in metro cities, majorly in metro cities. Most of the buildings and all they're going to change to whatever building going to be construct, that should be in BIM hereafter. Their BIMs, they hereafter they have to be first. They will check with the BIM only. They will go for building. First, they will model it in BIM. Then only they are going to implement. And the government also like asking about that one. So future there is a very big scope for BIM. So we'll start with that one. Okay, what is BIM? It's a BIM. It's a building information modeling. It's very simple. Okay, it's everyone can able to easily Google it, and most of the people will knows about that. So what is the overall view of this one means? If you're going to construct a building or anything, building if you're going to construct, that time you will get to know about the building details from 90% to 95%. You can able to get accuracy from that building. That means detailing of the buildings. What kind of details you will get from that building? What will be wastage of the waste from that? What will be cost of them? What will be the time it will take? So those all the things they will use for BIM. Okay, so it's like now in foreign countries or all abroad countries there is a mandatory for BIM. Yeah, whatever the model, whatever the building going to be constructed, it should be in the model has to be submitted to government. So BIM is like a building information modeling, which you are going to be construct on building. For that, whatever the before days, we will go for AutoCAD and go for 2D drawings and 2D things. Now it's entirely changed to 3D modeling with a lot of information, lot of detailings, and with a lot of what is that ideas to achieve some tricky areas and all. Like for that, it will BIM will be very helpful for construction for people to understand what is the concept, what is the entire model, how we want to construct. For those purpose, BIM is very helpful. So I think there's a use of BIMs and what is the BIM. But it will be used for both in fabrication. Fabrication also we can use the BIM, and for construction purpose they are using construction drawings. They are issuing and some if you, for example, some maybe some very tricky area which is not able to understand by 2D. For example, okay, for any sections if you want to take, for any areas if you want to they're going to be construct before days and how they will give means like it's a lot of sections will be there in 2 days. So persons who is in site, they have to check lot of sheets what is that? If you want to construct one wall in some tricky areas, they have to check in almost 10 papers up to 15 sheets. They have to check what is that, how it will be to get your overall ideas. But nowadays it's a very simple. It's a BIM. That's a software came revert. Okay, so it will model everything, and the site person can able to see the model, and they can easily understand the model, and it will be easy for them to construct, and it will improve the overall efficiency of the work also. So this is the main purpose and main use of BIMs. And also, what is that in future, they can avoid the clashes, some other wastages, and for reducing the time taken, and for asset management, it's almost next level of updations. So for that and all, now they are using the BIM. Okay, this is the uses of BIM. Then future of BIM. What is the future in BIM? Future actually became a very big scope in BIM. I think means lot of the information they will get, and they are nowadays there are lot of newly plugins and newly added scriptings and new ideas, innovations. It's coming in BIM. Like for example, they're reducing the almost overall for wastage and the class reductions. What is that? Then construction speed of constructions and way of constructions, everything will be changed because of BIMs. And many companies, they are implementing that. This is the future. And even now it comes to almost now 5D 60 and all. Now everyone is start using the BIM actually. This is almost a big future. This is the future of the BIM actually. Now BIM is now revert is with 3D actually. After 4D, 5D, and 6D is came. So this is the future of the BIM. And here using this software, they can use the further they will use this detailing for further involvement also, like asset management. Now next level of updation is asset management. This is the future actually. Like previously, what is mean by asset management? If you ask me, it's a 60 actually. What is the asset management? Like if okay, some people are invested in the BIM to construct they get the model for some certain amount. Also, after construction will be over, what will be use of the asset? What will be used? What they will use with that model? So previously, in nowadays, if you see, there is a one room storage room for check. They will keep all the drawings. They will keep all the details about the buildings. For example, if any repairing works will come after 10 to 15 years, or after 5 years, for those purpose, they have to refer the olden sheets or how they constructed that. Like a plan will be stored in one area. Now it was entirely changed to BIM. Now they can easily identify, they can easily repair the areas. For example, if they want to change the one floor area of the floors, one area of like one room floors, they're going to be changed. But what will be square feet of this area? Within a second, you can easily calculate it from that model. So for that purpose, for repairing, if any areas the walls is going to repair, or any areas they're going to repair, so which will be help which area going to they can easily stop, or which will be we can easily they have to give the scaffolding supports. All for that purpose also. Now this BIM will be, if they going to, if they model in the BIM, it will be useful for after 10 to 15 years or for 20 years. Now they are using for this one they are using. Okay, so this is like that for future purpose. For future purpose, it is now they are using BIM. Lot of BIM they are using for future purpose. Okay, and, next, and guys, I'm just giving you overall ideas about that only. I'll give you if you have any queries, you let me know. I'll give the brief introduction later. Okay, and this is a departments of divisions of BIM. So what will be divisions in the BIM? So here there's a civil is there, mechanical is there, electrical is there, electrical is there. Okay, plumbing, detailings. So civil people will do architectural structural modeling majorly, and mechanical people will do MEP. What is the AC modeling, deck modeling, then piping, hot water piping, and those things. And electrical people will do all the conduit works and wiring works and lighting works. This will be model. This will be entirely combined into one single model. Then it will be goes to output to clients for our next purpose. Okay. I think you guys everyone knows how they will going to construct means first they will goes to architect. Okay, how the BIM will be working like in our okay in industry areas or any company area how the BIM will work means first the client will going to architect to give the to get the ideas how they wants to construct. So the architect will give the plans and models for some overall views. Then that the same thing will comes to us as any companies. The company will take the architect model and they will work out on that. Means they will give some. It will goes to designing tips. That is who are going to do 2D designing for column design, beam design, and slab design. What is the thickness of the slab? What is the column should be there? What is the beam should be there? Where the beam should become? Where the column should be there? Those and all will done by 2D teams. Structural teams will be there. The structural teams will design and send to the again to BIM team. Again, BIM team will take that one and start modeling the both. They start modeling the both structural and architectural. They will combine both the models architecture. That time we will get to know there's a lot of issue will come like architects. Some areas architects will be affected due to structural model because of some areas the beams will height will be more or slab thickness will be more some areas they can't able to give a second slab, some areas they has to be provide some any beams, so that will be affect the entire architecture. So a lot of discussion will happen in between them and they will solve those areas. Then it that the same time meanwhile that same plans and same drawings will goes to the plans goes to mechanical team also, MEPs and other teams also. So those peoples what they will do, they will design their mechanical things like how what is the AC that where the pipes has to be run, where is that fire safety should be there, where is the sprinkler should be there, where is the coupler should be there. So all those things and all will be designed by, it's everything in the preliminary design, it's in 2D they will do. Then again it comes to the same design will come in 2D, let's say 2D drawings they will do. Again the same 2D drawings comes to BIM. Again the teams will model this simultaneously model the MEP model also, mechanical, electrical and plumbing. MEP modeling like ducting, what is the based on the given input like what is the mechanical duct size, what is the where is the pipe has to be run. Though this everything will be individual models, like structural model will be individual, architecture model will be individual, MEP model will be individual, electrical model will be individual, plumbing model should be individual, and also firing also will be individual. Like that, each and every model will be separately they will model it. Okay. Then finally they will combine into a single model. That time you will get to know they will, and simultaneously they will combine each and every model, like what is the clash between those things. For example, some areas mechanic people should run the duct in between the beams or inside the beams, so or the pipe should be run inside the beams. Those things and all we can't easily find out in 2D drawings, because that whatever they're going to be work, it's a very huge, it's almost what is that, 100 pages, 200 pages they will work. They can't under the floors, and for example the buildings having 10 floors or 15 floors, so that they can't able to identify the clashes by using the 2Ds. So for that purpose, when they modeling in the BIM, they can easily identify that clashes, wherever the clashes is there, wherever the pipes running, how they have to run, how they what are the other choice when running the class directions, they can easily find out. And the same as when once they model it, they can easily get the fabrication details also based on that one. So based on that, they will send the drawings to fabrication also. The fabrication people, their site people will fabricate that and send to the site. So for that purpose, these are the departments, and this is the overall view. Actually, how the industry will run in BIM means, this is the how it will run means like this only. They will get all the models again. They will combine into a single model. Again, the entire class direction will be run. If anywhere clashes will be there, or anything need to be changed, those things and all they will update it. Just those things all they will update in the class directions. Then finally they will send the model. Once all the classes everything will be rectified, then they will send the model to next level of updations. For any visualization purpose, if they are sending, those things will be run simultaneously. Then it will goes to client areas. The client, they will take from that, they will generate the sheets. What are the sheets they can they can be centered for issuing to construction peoples. Those will go. So this is the overall work will happen in the industries or companies areas. How the companies will work means this like this only will be work. Okay, and now recently added like in so, okay, I'll just show this next clip. So this is the softwares we are currently using in our company areas. First is Rivet, main is Rivet, okay, then AutoCAD, then Tekla, then Civil 3D, Naviswork, Project Management, other steel, and also some animation project for other modeling. We will use this kind of softwares. So people who's going to be BIM, they have to know at least some 3 to 4 software from this one. It will be very helpful to achieve the easily. They can easily achieve the next level, or they can easily enter into the any companies like this. So basically, they have to learn the Revit. Okay, then some other software depends on your core or depends on your interest. Okay, and Revit will be common for all the peoples, like electrical people work, mechanical people work, and civil people work. Okay, Revit will be. Then Tekla for, and what's the AutoCAD? Everyone knows AutoCAD having the AutoCAD civil is there, AutoCAD electrical is there, AutoCAD mechanical is there. And same as for Tekla for steel designs. Tekla and E-taps will be the E-taps will be there. Tekla will be steel molding, like I section columns for steel purpose, steel fabrication. They will use the Tekla. Once they model it in Tekla, again they will send back to Revit. That the same model will be implemented in, they will update it in Revit also, and we will model the other areas of architecture like the doors, windows, floor finishing, column. For that purpose, they'll do like this. And civil 3D now is a very big, huge opportunity in civil 3D. The most of the companies now they want in civil 3D actually. It's a this is mainly using for topographies and road works, bridge works, and what is that? Electrical works for all other purpose. Many companies there's a lot of requirement in civil 3Ds actually. This will be helps to understand the topographies. What is the level should be there? How the road should be there? What is the slope of the roads? How the herb has to be run? So for that, this is also coming under the BIM only. So this is the civil 3D now. There are many companies using for topography purpose. Then Navisworks. Navisworks is useful for mainly for class direction. Once the whatever I previously said, once the model everything will be done in Revit, that entire model will be sent to Navisworks only to find the clashes. So from this software, you can able to get the clash detections. What are the clashes should be there? Wherever the clashes should be there. So those areas will be automatically the software will be recognized and sent to you. So you will get a report. From that, again they will send to the structural team or any designing team. Those designing team will check that one. They will give some alternative way for that those areas. Again, it will comes to BIM team. Again, they will enter. Again, they will send to Navisworks. So this is how the work will be done. So this software Navisworks will be useful for this one. What is that? For checking class traction. The same Navisworks will use for project management also. The project management you know once when the project has to be complete, how many days it will take to complete this entire work, or how many days to finish this certain works, or which if any monsoon areas or any times this comes, what work will be delays. So for that, which time, which that time what kind of work has to be done. So those things and those scheduling will be done in the project management. Once the project management is done, they will give the CSV files. It's a CSV file called they will send us a project script that will be linked to Navisworks, so that they will easily simulate the project. Like okay, like within 2 days how many works will be done, within 1 month how much work will be done, within 10 months how many work, within a year how much work will be done. For that purpose also Navisworks will be useful. Now recap, Autodesk recap. It is useful for reverse engineering now. Actually engineering is a two engineer in BIM. There is a two things is that one is forward, one is reverse. Forward is here, which is going to be newly constructed buildings. So that only whatever I given the schedule, like first they will put the plan, then it will go for architect, then it will go for BIM modeling, like that it will goes. Okay, this is a forward engineering. And the reverse engineering is here. already constructed buildings. For example, in actually in foreign areas and all, like they have to submit in their buildings. So some buildings will be like old buildings, which is more than 50 years or more than 100 years. That those buildings does not having the proper details, proper drawings, nothing should be there, won't be there. It's a very old buildings. So for that, how they will change to latest update means it's a reverse engineering. It's a automatic recap. It's kind of laser scanning. uh, it is a laser scanning. Okay, they will scan the entire buildings, and it will building and take it as a photos. It's a kind of 360-degree photos. Those photos will be converted into 3D model like a point cloud. They call as a point cloud. That name is called point cloud. They will convert those photos into 3D point cloud. Once the 3D point cloud will be done, then they will send to again to BIM team. They will model those buildings, buildings using the point cloud. So this is called reverse engineering. Nowadays, the even reverse engineering having lot of requirement is there in currently in industrial areas. So because many foreign countries they have a lot of buildings, right? So they are going to scan this. They will scan the entire building. They will send to the team. They will make it as a new updations. So that what they will get to know. They will get to know the what is the aspect of buildings. Then Autodesk steel. Autodesk is a steel connection. So a steel connection that is called. So that software will be useful for mainly for like a Tekla only. First steel connections. Like board connections will be a plate connection will be there in mostly in industrial areas, some railway departments, some warehouse modeling. So for that purpose, what they will do, they will use this model. So this software for they'll create this software for creating the steel connections, steel connection models, and they will put this bolts, nuts, and the plate connections and weldings. All those things we can able to model in Autodesk steel connections. Then again they will comes to Rivet. Like that they will do it. Okay. And animation softwares, those who having the interest in animation visualization purpose. Actually, in this also nowadays it's become the very huge market actually for AR and VR, virtual reality and augmented reality. They both are combining with both they are combining. So for that, those softwares are now using 3ds Max, Cinema 4D, Lumia, SketchUp. Those some other softwares also will be there for this, what is that for animation purpose and for visualization purpose. Now they are using this kind of softwares to do. Other than that, for overall view, other than that, actually, reality. Next, some okay. You can say like, okay, now we can work on steel connections, architectural, some architectural one structural model. In that also, again, they will some other areas also Rivet will be work for rebar modeling. Rebar modeling is now, I think in India, most of the areas they won't work out in rebar modeling. But currently in our company, we are working to Japanese. Okay, so in Japanese companies, they will use rebar modeling to find out the clashes, because there lot of earthworks will be there. So that whatever the size, steel size, whatever the using will be D51. That's a diameter 51 diagonal they will maximum. It's a very huge thing they will do. If you see that entire model will be like will be confused in that area. So lot of classes will become to model. So for that, for rectifying that clashes, they will do rebar modeling. Nowadays in Japanese companies and Japanese areas, now rebar modeling is become the very huge. People are doing. It's a huge role it's going on that rebar modeling, because in 2D they can't able to find out this clashes and all. Many areas that clashes will become wastage. It increasing the wastage, and it increasing the wastage of the increasing the ton of the steels also. So for that purpose, like as because there they have to cut and do, some areas they have to cut, some areas they have to bend more. Like that it will become. I'll show some later. I'll show some what we model, what we done for someone Japanese client. Some basic small image I will show, like a 3D model, how it will be for to get you overall ideas. Mm, I think that's it. Okay. In Rivet, there is a LOD should be there. Okay. LODs means level of detailing, they will say. LODs, the people start from LOD 200, LOD 300, LOD 400, and LOD 500. In that, LOD 350 will be there, LOD 450 will be there, LOD 500 will be there. Okay. What is meant by LOD means? LOD means it's a LOD is a level of detailings. LOD 200 is a conceptual model. Before you are starting going to construct a build model, they will just what they will do, they will just do a massing model, how it will be overall views. Okay, they won't give any detail or anything, or it won't be anything. Then they will go for LOD 300. LOD 300 is a generic model. It will be like if a door is there, means it's a door will be there. So common will be there. Some basic detailing about that buildings. Wherever the door will be there, wherever window will be there, wherever that floor finish, those things will be there. It won't be more details won't be there. It's for getting the overall ideas. So most of the companies will work on LOD 300. Many companies now they will do for LOD 400 and 450. Most of the client they want only LOD 300 because LOD 300 is enough for checking the classes and all. So most of the now in India, most of the companies they want classes and all, class detection. So for that purpose, they will do only LOD 300. Okay, and LOD 400. LOD 400 is the detail level will be still further it will be increased. Like fabrication details will be added, and what is actual size, what will be actual model, how it will be. Actually, if you constructed the building, how it will be. Almost 80% of accuracy they will get from LOD 400. And LOD 500 will be almost 95 to 100% accuracy. They will try to get the model say LOD 500. Like it's a that model they will use for fabrication details. For next level of actually once we completed the entire model, they will send for fabrication. What is the how we have to be like for a scaffolding fabric they will do no. For that purpose and all, they will use the LOD 500 models. Okay. So this is the level of detailing. Company they will work on like this only. They will the company will ask like whether you want ask to client whether they want LOD 300 or 400 500. First they will work on LOD 300, then they will upgrade to LOD 400, then then they will upgrade to LOD 500. So this also some company if they are going for asking for interviews, they will ask these questions. What is meant by LOD? What is meant by LOD 300? What is meant by LOD 400? What is meant by LOD 500? So those things only they'll ask. Then majorly, then other things is coordinations. It will be coordinated with some other models like okay, lot so some areas will be very huge areas will be there, very big areas will be there. For that time, they what they will do the that reverse engineering that time in old models, that coordination they have done. So they will keep the coordination, they will send the model to BIM team. The BIM team will model the same thing in same location so that they can use for some companies are using for updation for what is that future development like railway constructions, bridge constructions. For those areas they need the exact coordinations. For that purpose also they are using nowadays now they are using the Rivet also. Okay, then one important point is like what is asset management. I think this is a next level of future in BIM. Most of the clients has to be needs to be done actually. What is meant by asset management? Asset management is nothing like a once the model will be completed, what they will do, they will do like they will give the details for how many chairs, benches, what are the asset going to be instead, like tube lights, fans, ACs. These are the asset, right? So those things also they are going to now they are modeling into BIM. Once they model, they will enter the details about that. Okay, what is that? When they will when they insert this light, when they insert this fan, when they insert this tables, those all the things will be details will be entered into a Revit model. So this also will send to client for future repairing. So that what will happen once that anything is repaired or any light is repaired, if they just check it with the model will give the detail of who installed this light, when they install the light, or what is the warranty period for the light, and what is the procedure to change the light. Like some areas will be connection will be where some pipelines will be there. So those things are not be modeled into it, right? So so that they can easily switch off that one, or switch on the lights, like they will get an overall idea for asset management. So that repairing work will be very easy, and what are the investment they are giving once the model is For example, office areas, they will invest a lot and lot in interiors. Okay, like what are benches, chairs, lights, and different lights. Even one light will be some 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. They will invest it for looking. Those lights are getting damaged means, like, for that they have to get to know, right? They have to get to know when they install, because some 5 years or 10 years or 11 years after that, if they are going to change, the replacing that light means, they have to get to know what is the detail of the lights. So those details will be stored for asset management. Okay. Now in future, this is a lot of scope for asset management. Now most of the client is asking for asset management, so that they can easily track their buildings. Or what are the things is inside the buildings? What are how much asset values inside the buildings? If something is repairing or something is damaged, how it is replaced? How they can replace easily? Like, for those purpose, now more lot of buildings clients are asking like for asset management. Now this is a future also in Rivet. In one more updation in Rivet, if you ask me, it's a Dynamo. People who going to be newly going to be study a BIM or Rivet anything, people say like, I like to advise to those people to learn Dynamo script also. Dynamo and coding also, if the people having more interest on those things. Now this will be playing the major role in currently in industry areas. What is meant by Dynamo? Dynamo is helpful for reducing the modeling things speed. For example, if they are once the work is coming for 1 week, like 1,000 object we need to model. If you run the Dynamo script, that those work will be done within a 1 day or 2 days, within a day. Maybe the script creation for 1 day, and next day for modeling. That's it. 1 week work will be reduced to 2 days. So it's a major role now they're playing in industry as currently. Now we even many people are learning in our who's working on our our team. Everyone is learning the Dynamo scripting and all. So it will playing a major role in Rivet now. Dynamo scripting and Python scripting, C++ scripting for that is also they are using for Dynamos. Using the scripting like in advanced technology, they are using the scripting. They will fastest they will improve the work speed, so that 1,000 object we need to rotate at a time like a 30 degree or 40 degree. In Rivet, if it is not at all possible, it will take almost 2 to 3 days to rotate a object. Like 1,000 object you want to rotate some 30 degree, for example, it can't be possible. But Dynamo, it's within a hour, within 10 minutes. If you have the script, within 10 minutes you can rotate it. So almost 3 days were reduced to 10 minutes. So Dynamo is a major role. So who are going to newly studying the River? So I'm just suggesting just to learn the Dynamo scripting also. It's a very easy and very easy flat. Now, if you are learning now, it's a very easy platform. So you just know some basic coding is enough. It will very easy to understand the Dynamo scripting to reduce the uh, to improve the efficiency for Dynamo scripting. And the same as plugins also, now they are using, many people are now they are developing the plugins like C++ codings, and those codings and all they are using. They create their own plugins. Even this also now become the major market roles in companies. We having some, for example, sheet is that you have to convert it into some other things like AutoCAD or any fastest improvement. Like if we will increase the efficiency. For that, they will create some plugins. They will sell to companies. For that, the codings for this one also now Revit is now this is also one field it's going on in Revit, like BIM. Those people who only they will work on plugins, they will sell to companies. So that if you use the plugins, it will be very easy to achieve the works faster. Mm, I think these are the overviews for BIM, and I'll just show one small samples. So I think can able to see this one. This is some rebar project what we done like introvert. It's actually some Japanese project. So you can see this one. It's a bar dia is a 38 mm. So whatever the mm we are using, you can see this one. This is some overall view. The numbers of bars involved in this model will be very huge. So that what will happen? The lot of clashes will be there for each and every bars. It will go inside to another bars like this. It's a currently I don't have any other samples to show. So these are the basic some samples like for rebars. In Japanese, they are now this project we done for one Japanese clients, and just overall views. Nothing more details won't be there. Just for your purpose, I'm just showing. You can able to model all those things because it's now I can't able to change to 3D because it's a very heavy model. We need a very lot high-end system for this one to run this model also. Okay, this is my overall views. If you have any other queries, just let me know. I think remaining section will be taken by Abdul. Thank you. Abdul?
Okay. Let me share the slide first. Yeah, good morning all. Today I'm going to show some, I'm going to tell about some basics of building information modeling. So we'll go here. Just a second. Yeah. So today my agenda will be like I'll tell what is BIM and what are the different dimensions that are used in BIM and how does it benefit our construction industry and some important terminologies and also difficulties and limitations of implementing BIM and basically how it is very much difficult to implement in India and also the different software packages that are concerned with BIM. Okay. So BIM, actually, BIM is a building information modeling. That's an acronym for BIM. And so why are we using BIM? Is like it is a tool we are using it for conveying the architectural information from one party to another. So basically, inside we'll be using 2D drawings from architecture office. We will get the 2D drawings. From that, it will go to the design department, and they will do the concern beam and column designing or whatever. And it will also go to the contractor or the construction industry where they are going to execute the work. So this is the type of information flow that happens within the civil department. Okay. So how BIM benefits here is it allows all the three major industry, architectural, engineering, and the construction industry personnel to come closer. Okay, and basically, if you take a project life cycle, it consists of initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and completion. So in BIM, it will support in all the first four of the project life cycle. So even in the initiation stage, you will develop a conceptual model so that you can show to your client, and if they have any corrections or if they have any modifications to be done, they can do it in the initiation stage itself, on before going to the construction phase. So it will allow you to visually compare the models, visually look into the models, and also it will be useful in the end of the stage, operation and maintenance stage. Also, you can use the model. So basically, a BIM model can be used in all stages of the project life cycle, and so these are the different dimensions of BIM. So a 3D is a 3D model where you are giving height. So 2D model, you'll be having x-axis and y-axis. When you are providing a 3D model, you can do clash detections and you can find the clashes between the different models. So that's a 3D BIM. And in a 4D BIM, you are going to add the time dimension, And by using the time dimension, basically that is your project schedule. So when you are combining the project schedule with your 3D model, you could do a 4D timelining. How it is used in construction way is like when you're comparing your actual schedule and your planned schedule using a BIM model, you can easily find out where the delays is occurring, and the point of conflict you can find, so that you could take some actions to rectify those. And going on to the next dimension, it is the cost. So you are adding generally in a MSP schedule or primary schedule, you will be adding your cost details also. So how it will benefit you is like you can look into the different cost of various elements of your building, and you can also optimize it, and also be useful in your earned value analysis. Like we can find your schedule performance index and everything. And basically in India, we are using BIM up to the extent of 5D, and the 6D, 7D, and 8D are basically going into operation management and facility management, and 7D is for sustainability practices. Like if you're going for any energy conservative buildings, like you want to develop a building with minimal amount of energy based on the sun path and the airflow of the building. So there you can also use the 70 models based on the sun path and the airflow. And 80 is basically like you'll be adding more of details like how can I say, like safety measures and like earthquake resistant structures, like what are the faults that are available below the foundation, and like that you can avoid, you are going to add more number of dimensions. So these are the like different dimensions that you can see in a BIM model. Okay, so here you can see the basic 3D clash detection. So clash detection is like you have two types of clashes. One is a soft clash and another is a hard clash. So what is a soft clash is like two or more objects that takes the same area. So here you can see a green slab that is colliding with the I section. There's a red color shown as the I section. So it is colliding with the I section. So it helps. You can detect the clashes like between two or three members. You can detect so that you could change the height of the various members. And this is the 4D simulation. So basically what you will do using some other softwares like Synchrono or Naviswork, you can add your MSP file or your Excel file or even your Primavera file, so that you could create a timeline. So if you drag to the timeline, you will have a planned schedule. Even before construction, you'll be having a planned schedule. So if you're dragging to the particular time, you can see what will be the condition or what will be the completed stage of that particular building. So if you want to compare with the planned and actual, you have to update the actual schedule based on the DPR, that is the project report that you get from the site, and you'll be updating your actual schedule. And again, by combining the actual schedule with the building model, you can compare both the buildings, like how much you should have completed your model and how, like at what stage actually your model is being completed, your building is being completed. So by that you can easily find out which part or which member of your building is taking much long or much duration to be completed, so that in future you can rectify those problems. So next will be what are the benefits of BIM. Okay, so basically in construction we have to utilize our resources in an optimal way. And one more thing, the time is the essence of a contract. So we have to finish the project within the stipulated time. So once we are exceeding the given time, we have to pay some penalties or incentives to the client, and or the consultant might claim some amount based on that. So we have to minimize the delays. So if basically by using the BIM model, I have said it will reduce the amount of reworks that has to be done. For example, you're going to construct a building and the client is not satisfied once after the construction. Then once again you have to demolish those structure and you have to reconstruct. So those type of reworks can be avoided. And one more thing is you are finding the clashes in hand, like what are the clashes might happen during the construction, so that some proper coordination will be there, and it also will be increasing your productivity. Like the materials you have ordered, it will be received on site on time, so it will be utilized in a proper time and in a proper way. And coordination in the sense like a certain way, like the infrastructure team, the engineering team, and the construction, the contractor team, they will come closer towards the model. They can utilize the model, and they can raise some questions in the model, so that it can be easily rectified. Like for example, like if I have any changes in the building, like you don't want a window, or don't want a door in the particular space, and you want to change the position of that those structure, it will automatically reflect in the design of the building. So in like these all will take some days to rectify in a traditional manner. Like for example, I am a contractor, so I have some design errors in my plan. So what I have to do, I have to report to my project manager, and the project manager, he will report to the PMO office, and from the PMO office the information will go to the architectural team head, and from there the information will go to the architects who are planning the building, and they will rectify, and the information will reverse back in the same chronological order. So for these things to be completed, there will be some kind of information that there may be some misinformation will happen, and there may be some lack of communication, and it will result in some coordination errors. So when you using a BIM, you can easily like mark the design errors in the BIM model, and you can send directly to the architectural team, and the architectural team can respond to you within minutes, and they can rectify those errors within some short duration. And reducing waste in the sense like if you have some basic idea of lean construction, there are like 8 types of waste that are produced in any process. Not only in construction but also in any process, there are 8 types of waste, like transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, over processing, over production, defects and rework, and like skillfulness of the workers. So in that manner, when you're using a BIM model, the conceptual model will be built up on beforehand. So using a class reduction or using a 4D simulation, you can easily find out the various parts of like errors occurring in site, so that the coordination can be rectified, and also the systematic manner of the site is also maintained. So these are the main benefits that accompany in BIM. So most important is the coordination part. So next is some of the terminologies that are involved in BIM. So the first is level of development. Second is BEP, that is a BIM execution plan. Third is CD, common data environment. Fourth is OB, that is nothing but construction, operations, building, information exchange, and the fifth is industry foundation class. So what is the level of development is already said by Alex, and that is nothing but like how much details you are adding to your 3D model. You are not, it is not like to the building model, it's like 3D model. For example, if you want to show a beam, you can just show it in a rectangular manner. That also denotes a beam. So that is kind of LOD 200 or 150 or 250, something like that. So if you're going into a more of LOD, you'll be showing the reinforcement bar, you'll be showing the stirrups, and the dimension of the stirrups, and that is that. So if you want to go higher level of LOD, you will be also showing the kind of welding that has been done in the reinforcement bars. So that is the level of development or level of details that you are going to give to your 3D model. So BIM execution plan is nothing but how much it is like how much you are going to develop a model, like before on before constructing after the initiation phase and before the modeling phase, like there will be certain protocols that has to be followed while developing one model. So those details will be given in your BIM execution plan. And common data environment is nothing but is the central housing for your all your data storage, and from which everyone can access the information. Kindly excuse me to the noise that is happening before. So from the common data environment, it's also similar to a cloud system. So from that you can access all your data, and the architecture team or engineering design team or the contractor team, everyone can access the data from that environment. So going on to the next, OB is nothing but it is a non-proprietary database from which you can access certain information like pre-built information about some buildings. It is a database where you can avail some information of the building members. So IFC is nothing but it is the type of format in which you'll be saving your BIM model. So IFC is a universal model. So like if you're using different kinds of software packages like Autodesk package has BIM 360, Revit, CAD, and everything. So if you're using going for Tekla models, it will be having some different extension for your models. So when you're combining those models from various software backgrounds, there will be some software issues will be there. So if you're that's a common file extension called industry foundation class. So this, yeah, IFC format helps you to combine all those models without any hassle. And going on to the next, what are the difficulties in implementation of BIM? So basically, BIM models is not that much useful for smaller and medium buildings. It is only useful for buildings of higher cost and higher scope. So basically, that's the cost of implementation. Like software packages is there, and you have to utilize a good system, and you have to like have some BIM experts to perform those tasks. So that's the cost of implementation there. And due to this cost of implementation, there is a less interest from clients. Like if a client has a budget issue, like they wanted to construct a building within a stipulated budget, and for this BIM, it will take around like 2 to 3% of the amount. So most of the clients they don't want to invest some money. But if you look closer, those clients don't have the basic idea or the basic terminologies of the BIM. And if they are going to utilize those 2 or 3% of the amount of the project, it will save like 20 to 30% of their cost. Why? Because most of the project get delays due to defects, reworks, and waiting time. Like these are the three factors that affects the delays in project. And the third most thing is the paradigm shift. Basically, and traditionally, we have 2D plans we are utilizing in our site. So the shift of the mindset from that to a BIM model, it will take time in India. And the fourth and last most is the interoperability issues. Like I have said before, we have different numerous amount of software packages utilized for various purposes for creating for electrical model. That is a lot of packages for plumbing model for and for like mechanical ducts model. There are various softwares available. And if you're going into structural manner, you are having Statco, ETABS, and Tekla. You're having, so there are various number of software. So if you're going to combine those models, there will be an interoperability issues. If they are like that they might have save in this IFC format, but still there will be some interoperability issues if they are utilizing more number of softwares into the model. Okay, so going on to the next, these are the different softwares that are used for a BIM. So basically, for modeling, we can use Revit, that is universally used, and Tekla is more of a modeling come analysis kind of a software. So there, if you create a model, it will automatically provides the reinforcement bars, and it will, if you want, you can analyze the structure also. And SketchUp is also one more kind of a modeling software. And validation software is nothing but Naviswork. What you'll do, you will combine all the models like an architectural models consisting of the buildings, walls, roofs, and like architectural model with that. And with that, you can combine your piping model, like a plumbing model, and your electrical model, and your mechanical types. So all the four models you can combine together, and you can find the clashes from the model, like where all the clashes will happen like that. So coordination is nothing but it is kind of chat system. Like you'll be marking those errors in the drawings, and you'll be notifying to your concerned department. So for that, BIM 360 is mostly used for Otters kind of software packages, and Trimble Connect is for Tekla's package. So analysis is nothing but structure analysis software. Two commonly used is STAD and ETABS. And even in latest version of Revit, you can perform your analysis. And for scheduling, Excel is like a basic version. You can like put on your dates, like start date and ending date you can put. And from Excel, Microsoft Project is also from the same background. So in that you can add some more features, like you can put your cost scheduling, and you can also add some, like if you want to do some earned value analysis and something like that, you can go for MSP. And Primavera is somewhat more advanced than MSP, and it also has some like EPS and OBS kind of systems in scheduling. So we have come to an end of this session, and basically I'll recall what all we have discussed before. So BIM is nothing but it is a model where we are adding more number of dimensions to the model, and it helps in coordination purpose, class detection purpose, and it improves the productivity for your site. And it also brings a better coordination between all the architecture, engineer, and the construction departments. And also, if you want, you can include the stakeholders of the project, like the consultant might be there, and if like the clients also might be there. Like if they are well versed about the project, they also will suggest some more changes or some more various points of the building, so they can also coordinate with the project. So basically in a traditional manner, if a consultant or a client is coming to a site, they will not come to a site on a regular basis. They will come once in a month or twice in a week or something like that. So when they are coming, the contractor will be continuously working, and while the consultant are coming, the work will get stopped in a particular time, and they have to rectify some errors that are being found by the consultant. Some snag list will be there. So if they are having this kind of a BIM model, everything can be seen remotely. Wherever they are within the office, they can see the building, the process of the building from the office itself, and they can coordinate from that itself. So that is the main purpose of BIM. So in India, if you see, BIM is being implemented, and it has been like more of a consumption. Like it has been utilized in a like 2 or 3 years back. It was just starting to be implemented. Now it is almost being used by most of the project management consultants, and some of the top contractors like L&T or Godrej Construction or something like that. So this is all about BIM. So if you have any further queries, you can. I'll share this PPT with Kavin sir, and from that you can find my mail ID and my LinkedIn account also. From that you can, if you have any further queries, you can contact me at any point of time. So thank you all for giving me such a good opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abdul Rahman. And if you have any doubt, kindly please post it on your chat box so that people can answer you. We have also shared our feedback form in the chat box. Kindly find the link. And if you have any queries, please post it in chat box. Yeah, Alex and Abdul Rahman, we thank so much for your presentation, and we are hoping you for next session as well. Hope we will be having next session on Rivet architecture for describing this BIM, how we work on BIM. And we also thank our management, our principal, our HOD ma'am for permitting us to organize this webinar. And we also thank faculty members from other colleges, students from other colleges. We thank our Alumni Association head, Mr. P. Anil Kumar, for organizing such event. Thank you, everyone. Alex, we can wind up the session now. Yeah, Abdul, thank you. And we also thank Mr. P. Manigandan for the technical support for telecasting in YouTube live. We thank Manigandan, sir.